Hey everybody, Nikki and Jameen Willis here. Welcome to another rendition of Ask Jameen. We need some theme music or something.
We do. We need it. Yeah.
Hope you guys are having an amazing Thursday. First of all, I can't believe it's Thursday.
I know.
Yesterday we had a client from out of town, and we showed her a whole bunch of houses. So that was a lot of fun, and yeah, she's narrowed it down. So we'll be busy this afternoon, which is awesome. And if you are relocating from out of town, you want to move to the Las Vegas area, hit us up. We want to help you. We want to show you around town. We want to get you acclimated to the city, and help you buy a home or help you rent a home. So if you are in the area, or if you are relocating to the area, we'd love to help you out. Also, don't forget to like all of our social media, which is the Willis Team LV, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So we are on all three of those, and we love to interact with you. We love to see what you're doing, and we want you to see what we're doing. So definitely connect with us through that. And one more thing, we have the home ownership seminar coming up. Those of you in the Las Vegas area who want to buy a home, first-time home buyers, we want to talk to you. We believe in being educated, and the more educated you are, the better you'll feel about making one of the biggest decisions of your life. So today's topic is, when is the best time to buy a home? When is the best time to buy a home? We get that question a lot too, and so we figured we come on live, talk about it for a few minutes. And so, drum roll, now we're headed off to Jameen. Babe, when is the best time to buy or purchase a home?
Yeah, so this is probably like one of the biggest top answers that people ask me online, and when I meet people, or I'm just out places, I talk to people and they want to know, like, when is the best time to buy a house, especially first-time home buyers and people who haven't bought a house before. People may be on the fence, wanting to test the market, or wanting to know what's the best time, and they could be waiting, or they just don't know. So the realtor salesman answer is now. The realtor is going to tell you now is the best time to buy a house.
Of course.
But when you hear a realtor or a salesman or anybody like that give you that answer, it's not just the salesman in them. And as far as real estate, it's not just the person trying to get a sale. In this particular case, the answer really is now, but I'm not just going to tell you that, or we can shut this off and be done with this
Right,
session
this would
right
only
now.
be like 5 minutes.
So the time to buy a house, actually, my answer really is now, but here's why. So the first thing is interest rates are still super low. We're still in historically low interest rates. So it's actually
And what are the interest rates?
for the most part, they're still under 5%. You're looking at 4.3, 4.5, depending on what type of program and things that you have, is where rates are right now. So if you kind of compare buying a home versus renting, for the most part, with your average price range, it's actually cheaper to buy than to rent in most cases right now, with interest rates being as low as they are right now. Back in 10 years ago, and back in the 80s, interest rates were 10 and 12%, or even 6%. We haven't seen those interest rates in like years. So it's a great time to buy because interest rates are doing historically low, and with the market doing so well, we could see rates going up in the future, which would mean it would make it less affordable to buy, especially when you get a mortgage. So the number one first reason is interest rates are still really low. So the best time to buy is now because of what the interest rates are currently now. And and some people make a decision not to move or to buy another house or not to buy based on, you know, a 0.5% interest rate, or some people choose to refinance if they can save even 1% on their interest rate. So
Right.
the number one reason is to buy a house now is because interest rates are still really low.
Okay. Any other reasons why? Some people might be like, interest rates, schminterest rate.
Right.
Why else is now a good time to buy?
Another reason why the best time to buy a house is now, and this may totally seem like opposite. Right now is where it was considered a seller's market, to where there's more buyers than available properties out there right now, and especially in this area, especially in the Las Vegas area. You know, they can't build houses fast enough to accommodate the influx of people coming in, even just on housing period, buying house, rent, apartments, and things like that.
Yep.
So the second reason the best time to buy a house is now is because the market is doing extremely well. And you may say, well, I want to buy when it's a buyer's market, I can get a good deal. But when you buy a house, a lot of people don't have a lot of money in the stock market. A lot of people don't have other investments, so a house is normally their biggest investment that they make. And with the market being extremely well right now, just you buying something that goes up in value, that's an asset that appreciates in value, it makes it a good time to buy right now because the market is doing well. So you can buy a house. If you buy a house now and you hold on to it, if it's for to live in or for income purposes like rental property, you know, you're going to get good appreciation and it goes up in value because the market is doing well right now. So you want to buy in a time where you're taking advantage of appreciation, and what you're putting your money into is going up in value versus going down.
Gotcha. Okay. So interest rates, the way the market is right now. Give me another one. Give me one more. Like, why is it now a good time to buy or purchase a house?
Yeah, and then so like my last thing is like the reason why it's the best time to buy a house right now is, you know, if I was talking to one person, if I was talking on an individual level, the best time for you, think about that, to buy a house right now is you. The economy is doing well. You may have a great job right now. Your credit score may be where you need to be. Financially, you may be where you need to be to purchase a house right now, but who knows what the future may hold. You know, the economy is doing well, you know, and so if you're able to buy a house right now, things are going well, you want to make a move while you're in good financial position, you know, credit, income, job, or business. If you're in position to buy right now, you know, not being a doom and gloom person, but, you know, if you're in position to buy right now, you want to take advantage of being in the position to buy because you don't know what the future may hold. So if you're in a good position right now and you're thinking about it, it's kind of like a good indicator that you probably should go for it, because if you're not in good position, that's kind of an indicator that maybe you're not ready right now.
Right.
So if you know like you're super far off financially or credit wise, or you just have a lot of things going on in life right now and it's not the best time for you to focus on purchasing anything, you may not think about buying a house right now. So if you're strongly considering it, and is it the best time for me to buy or to buy period, and you're in that type of position, that's a pretty good indicator that it's time for you to buy, because you don't know you know, what the future, you know, can hold. So that's kind of the biggest thing is, you know, if you're in position to buy, that's something that you want to consider, because you may not always be in that position, and things happen and things change in life.
Yeah, and I was when you were saying that too, I think a lot of people though, when they don't feel like they're in a position to buy, sometimes they won't do anything. Sometimes they won't move at all. And you know, I think sometimes too, even when you're not in a good position, or you feel like you're not in a good position, now is the time to come and talk to us too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now's the time to come sit down with Jameen, you know, let's look at the situation. Let's look at where you are. We know people, or we have a team that can help you. Okay, I may not be able to buy now, but maybe in 12 or 18 months, I might be in a position to buy. And so you might not be in a good position right now, but now would be the good time to come to us and say, okay, I want to buy in the future. What steps do I need to take to get there? And we have people in place. We have, you know, people that will help you with your credit. You know, we have teamed up with loan officers, and we can send you to loan officers that can say, okay, well, here's your financial position now. If you do these steps, you can be here in a year, right? So, so even with, if now is not a good time, but you know you want to buy eventually, but you don't, you know, your credit score might be messed up, or you know the income is not where you want it to be. Let's sit down now, you know, because a lot of times it's fear. Fear, you know, it keeps us from, you know, jumping out there. It keeps us from stepping out, you know, and you know, the word says faith without works is dead. You could be wanting or have the faith to buy a house, but if you don't step out and see what steps are needed to get there, it'll be 12 months from now, 18 months from now, and you still won't have a house, or you still will not be able to buy a house. So, so those were really good points, really good tips. Again, like you said, when is the best time to buy a house?
Right now.
Now. But why? Interest rates.
And
the market
is doing extremely well, and for the most part, if you're strongly considering, you're doing well.
And you just never know what else might happen down the road. And if you're in a good position to do it, team up with a realtor. And that's also too, teaming up with a realtor. You know, not going out there and doing it yourself. If you needed surgery, you wouldn't go and do surgery on your own self. If you needed a root canal, you would not do it on yourself. You would go to the professionals to help you do it. And teaming up with that realtor, the realtor team, that can hold your hand and walk you through the process, that's also key as well. So those are our tips for today. This was our Ask Jameen. Don't forget
to tell them about the seminar.
I was gonna do that, bro.
Oh, okay.
You
All
cut
right.
me off.
We're just making sure.
Okay. So, I was gonna say, okay, so don't forget to follow us on Instagram. I was gonna do that first. Okay, so follow us on social media at the Willis Team LV on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We'd love to connect with you there. And if you have any questions, if you have any Ask Jameen questions, you can post them there. You can slide into our DMs and all that good stuff. So at the Willis Team LV. And then don't forget, we have our home ownership seminar coming up September 6th. If you want to buy a home, got all these questions, all that information will be given to you September 6th. That's a Saturday. Come get on up. It's in the morning. You can come join us for 2 hours, 9 to 11. We'll give you that information, get you all pumped up, get you ready to go. And it'll be great. We've been doing these. We did a lot of these in Cincinnati. And so now we're here in Las Vegas, and we want to connect with first-time home buyers in Las Vegas. All right. I think that's it, boo.
Yep.
All right. Well, we are happy that you joined us. Thanks so much for joining us for this Ask Jameen. Tune in next Thursday at 11 a.m. for another Ask Jameen. All right, guys. Well, take care, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.